This is Meteorologist Steve Pellettiere, and I'm the Weatherman. Thanks for checking in to the weathermanpod.com on your Thursday. It's the 16th day of January 2025, and the weather situation across the Northeast shows a little warm front poking through from D.C. up to the Boston area. That could cause some snow showers during the afternoon and evening hours of this day. Looking at temperatures generally ranging into the middle 30s, and then as we head again towards the overnight and tomorrow morning, we get into some clearing because a little bit of warmer air for a day or two is likely for D.C. to Boston. And centered into New York City, we're looking at generally fair skies for Friday as highs will go into the lower 40s. And then on Saturday, the possibility of some rain in the afternoon. But a strong Arctic cold front moves through on Sunday. That could cause some snow showers, and then a windy and colder flow for later on Sunday. It's Inauguration Day and also Dr. Martin Luther King Day on Monday. And with that in mind, temperatures are going to be cold. Highs are expected to only range between 25 and 30 in D.C. It will be dry, but it will be cold at the nation's capital for inauguration and for the holiday. It looks like as we head towards Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the weather situation remains very cold across the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. If you're flying on this Thursday, it looks like the Northeast will have those snow showers during the afternoon. That's going to cause some delays, probably 1 to 2, maybe even 3-hour delays, depending upon how intense the storms do get. It looks like it will affect mostly Baltimore, Wilmington, and Philadelphia up to New York City, Newark, LaGuardia, and JFK, well, to a lesser extent, LaGuardia and JFK. More like Newark and Philly will probably have the brunt of some snow showers. That'll be occurring during the afternoon and the evening hours. Boston not doing too bad. Elsewhere across the nation, Charlotte's going to be looking good. Atlanta, no problem weather-wise into there. No problem into Central and South Florida, although there'll be some scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms off of Fort Lauderdale and West Palm. And looking out towards Texas, Houston and Dallas are looking dry, as does Amarillo and El Paso. West Coast, the dry weather continues in Southern California, although there is some light shower action expected across essential sections right around the central portion of Arizona, the border between California and Arizona, that highway, Route 40, that goes right into L.A., and there is going to be some rain showers there, but it also represents the fact that there's going to be a low pressure in those regions. That means an east wind coming down across the San Gabriels and the Sierra Nevada, and that's going to be causing those Santa Ana winds to start to increase. It depends on how strong that low pressure gets. We're going to talk about L.A. in just a minute, but also looking up towards Portland and Seattle, just some scattered showers, but nothing major weather-wise. And it looks like generally dry conditions across the nation's midsection. Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Paul, decent conditions expected there. Yesterday I talked about Los Angeles and its origins, and basically a lot of the information I'm getting. There's so much about, is L.A. a desert? Is Southern California a desert area? Or is it just an oasis? Basically, there was a guy who wrote a very good article, The Myth of a Desert Metropolis. Los Angeles was not built in a desert, but we are making it. And this was in May of 2017 by Glenn McDonald. And a lot of the information that I'm going to be talking to you about right now does go back to that. And he does talk about the fact that, when the city was begun, it was the Los Angeles River that came out of the San Gabriels and actually provided enough moisture for about 50,000 people in that area. But other folks had some big designs on that area. The weather is just so nice for a long period of time, except for the months of January and February when they usually get their rains. Outside of that, it looks like just generally dry conditions. So what happened? Well, they built the city up. The city was building up pretty nicely and using the L.A. River and the tributaries. And eventually there was a need to make that whole region, because the weather situation was so nice, even more popular and to get a lot more people there. That's where a guy named Mulholland came up with the concept of bringing water down from the northern Sierra Nevada down into the L.A. region. It's called the Los Angeles Aqueduct. An amazing thing. First time I saw the L.A. Aqueduct, I was driving up the 405 up to Santa Clarita and just driving on by, minding my own business, looked off to the right, and there was just this flood of water coming down the mountain, down across towards the highway. It's entered underneath the highway and then into a reservoir system off to the left, going northbound. And just seeing it for the very first time was just the most amazing thing that I've ever seen. This was water that was actually coming down from Northern California, from the Sierra Nevada in the eastern section of California. It's just coming on down. It was actually developed or actually proposed back in the early 20th century. 1910 to 1913. Finally, it became 1913, 1914 when it really started to kick in water-wise for the L.A. area. And this is what provides Los Angeles with all of their water. If you want to be in Los Angeles, if you want to be in the town, you have to say you're in Los Angeles. In order to get that water, you have to be a part of Los Angeles or Los Angeles County. And that's, in fact, what did happen. So there is a tremendous amount of water that does come down from the Sierra Nevada because of the L.A. aqueduct. First, there was the L.A. River, but again, 3/4 of the year, it runs fine. 1/4 of the year, it could either flood or go completely dry. So with that in mind, they made the L.A. aqueduct, and it was a tremendous undertaking back in the early 20th century, and it helped L.A. become what it is today. We'll talk tomorrow a little bit more about what that aqueduct has done and how the city has grown since then and what the implications are as far as the weather is concerned in L.A. and L.A. County in Southern California. Until then, have yourself a great Thursday. Talk to you first thing tomorrow on Friday. Take care.